Hi, this is Deanne Mary, and for our 5 Technologies assignment, this source is called Citation Machine, sometimes referred to, if you look here where my cursor is, son of a citation machine. Citation Machine is a source that I would use with my high school students at times when they were having trouble creating their bibliography or their source page. And when they needed help, typically in English class, we always used MLA as a reference format and used MLA in writing all of their papers. As with this class, we use APA. So in high school, they may encounter, or even in college, some of my students were also taking college courses, they needed to decide what format their papers had to be in. And depending on which style they needed, they could come here, and there are a few different ways that they could use this site. So Citation Machine uses an easy process to where they could come here, choose which style they needed, and they can choose here, and if you click on more, it goes in and you can scroll, and it gives a lot of the different popular styles. At the bottom of the page, it tells which of the current editions that they are using, so that it's easy to tell if you're up to date. But if you were to choose APA, which is what we're currently using in our course, you get to go in and actually choose. Sorry, it uses a lot of ads, so it moves on my page for a moment. You can go in and choose which type of source that you have, and you can use an autofill mode where you can actually go in and you can type in a title or an author, or if you know the ISBN number, you can type that in if it's on a book, or depending on what type of source you have, you can type in a piece of information and you can actually search for it. And when it locates it, it'll go ahead and create the citation for you. Or you can do a manual entry mode. The manual entry mode goes ahead, lays out the pieces of information that you would need for your source, and then once you've placed into the different boxes the information you do have, then you can create your citation at the bottom, and it'll give you a glossary of what the different terms up above mean. One of the other features of Citation Machine is that it also has plagiarism checker for you. It has writing resources that can be used. Actually, I'm going to stay here and just scroll down my page for a moment. In addition, you can just simply go to the bottom of the page and just click on more about APA format, or you can go up to the top where I was. When you come to, for instance, APA format, it'll give you an overview of the guide, and in addition to talking about plagiarism, it'll talk about the different citations you might need in that particular format. For APA, it talks about who created it, why it was created, all of that. But then it also will give you in-text parenthetical citations. It'll talk about the different ways that you might need to reference it, if you have different authors or what type of source that it comes from, whether it's from a book or what type of publication. As you scroll down, it'll talk about if it's an electronic source, if you have a DOI, or if you have URLs. It'll also, I'll scroll down here for just a moment, everything from blogs to films, podcasts, and then you can go down to where it'll ask you, what are you citing? And you can click on what you might be citing. For if you were citing a journal, then it will also just take you back to the actual fill-in-the-blank form and allow you, so the site itself will cycle to that. If you want to go to the plagiarism checker, then it talks about you should get an AM, so you can actually log in or register with the site and be able to upload your paper in, and it will help you to see, let's close here, if you have cited your sources correctly for what you've chosen, as are you using APA or MLA, what is required for the course you're taking. And for this particular site, for citationmachine.net, I've chosen that it's ISTE Student Standard 2C. Students demonstrate an understanding of and respect for the rights, and obligations using and sharing intellectual property. And TK1, candidates must model and teach safe, legal, and ethical use of digital information and technology. So in addition to many of the other resources out there, which will help with citing sources and creating bibliographies, Citation Machine is another one that might help. When students are first getting started in middle school and the younger grades of high school, this sometimes is a good one to help students understand all of the pieces of information that they need when putting one together.